All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Board of Adjustments meeting on July 26, 2006. Calling the meeting to order. Roll call votes. Mr. Steve McGowan,
Present.
Mr. Bill Lee,
Present.
Mr. Jim Cecil,
Present.
Ms. Kathy Desideer is absent, and I am present, Brad Walker, Chairman. All right. I'm going to open it up for public comment period. If anybody in the audience would like to speak on something about the board, not an actual agenda item, each agenda item gets its own public comment period. Please come up to the front. Ooh, it's almost like crickets in here. All right, closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion to accept the minutes from the June 28th meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Bill Lee. For approval of the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right. Do I hear a motion to accept the written decisions of the June 28th meeting?
So
Motion.
moved.
That's a tie. We'll go with first motion by Mr. Bill Lee. A second
I'll second it.
by Mr. Jim Cecil. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. All right. Our first zoning review idea is number 2174.11. The remaining portion of Miss Eileen A. LaBeouf property for D&G Lemonville Properties LLC, located on the south side of the Lemonville Cutoff Road, approximately 200 feet west of LA Highway 18 River Road. Is there somebody here to talk about it? Okay. Go ahead and let us know what you're trying to do.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Dickie Escovel, and this is an extension of the map I came to y'all 2 months ago, and y'all might remember. If y'all don't, I'd be glad to go over it again, but it's basically an extension of that map, because we're doing them lots in 5 or 6 lots at a time, because we have to move drainage ditches and such, so we can, have all this ready to come. And a few of them, we had to move some sewer lines, so that's why it took us a couple months. But basically, that's an extension of the last map, and if you got any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
This is the same one that they've been renting and now they want to buy the
That's
property?
correct. All these tenants been here since the 50s, and it's basically the same thing. They want to purchase the property where they at. Most of them have houses, and most of them have neglected them because they were just renting in the land, and they didn't want to put any money back into them. So we're giving them an opportunity to buy them. So some of them didn't meet the requirements of the parish. Lot L10 was big enough. That was the only one we was able to make 16,000 square feet. The rest of them, a few of them came close, but because of the proximity of the other houses, we couldn't make them big enough. So.
Okay. Does the board have any questions?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to open it up for public hearing. If anybody would like to speak for or against this variance, please come forward. Okay. Just for the record, there is nobody in the audience other than only 3 people, so it's not hard to figure if somebody's coming up or not. Okay, closing public hearing. Do I hear a motion?
I move we accept the variances as requested.
I'll second it too.
All right, a motion to approve the variance as written from Mr. Bill Lee, seconded by Mr. Jim Cecil. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank y'all very much.
Be well.
All right, next zoning review ID is 2176.11, Lot 5-A of the Claude Michael property for Mitchell and Catherine Furlow, located on the north side of LA 931, approximately 700 feet east of George Rouillet Road. Is there somebody here to represent that variance?
Yes.
I'm proxy.
Okay.
Mr. Frio is on the road working. His wife, I couldn't get her wheelchair in my car. She's disabled.
Okay.
Family friend, know most of the business. They were injured in an accident. I don't even know the date, but it was last year sometime. She was left bedridden. He's an 18-wheeler driver, and he's on the road. They cannot afford sitters. If he doesn't work, they'll lose their house. So you have a 6 to 8 month wait for Louisiana Medicaid in order to get her help. So he wants to move his sister, who is also handicapped, but just mentally, a little incapacitation there, onto the property to help take care of his wife.
Okay. Lance, this is on lot 5A
Or 5B.
or 5B? I got 5A.
Pretty sure it's 5A.
On the map, there's 2 resident RES on that lot already. That we're showing on this map that y'all sent us.
So this would be the third one that you're requesting.
No, that's 2 separate properties. Her brother owns the property in the 5B.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
we see a lot B, but we see 2 mobile homes on lot B, but then we also see 2 that's labeled as residents on lot A.
Right. I think one of them may have been moved or not. Let me check with Miss Patty real quick. The one that's in the, yeah, one's been torn down, the back, the one in the back.
Okay.
That one's been torn down. The brother was there, and they tore that one down. Out there.
He's in a nursing home now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Does the board have any questions?
No, that cleared it up.
All right. Gonna open it up for public hearing. Anybody wants to say anything for or against this agenda item, please let us know. All right, closing public hearing. Do I hear a motion?
I'd like to go ahead and make the motion to approve because of unique circumstance. And also, in my motion, I want to go ahead and add, like we've done in the past, that this place where she's going to reside or they're going to reside cannot never become a rental piece of property. Are you good with that?
I'm sure they are. I can't say yes or no, but Miss Bernice, the sister that's moving there, is mentally incapacitated and has sitter service, but she's physically able to take care of her sister-in-law. So I don't think it would ever be a rental property.
Well, the only thing
it's
that
a very
has-
small trailer.
If something happens to one of the residents at one of the items, they cannot make it a rental property after the fact.
I'll let them know that. Thank you.
And with that said, and the request is,
Okay, I got a motion from Mr. Jim Cecil with the stipulation that it can never be a rental property.
I'd like to second that.
Second by Mr. Steve McGowan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
Okay, so that means they can continue with their permits to do everything.
That's correct.
yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
All right, our last, going to old business, zoning review ID 2144, dot 11, lot 11A and 12A of Forest Lawn subdivision located the south side of LA 621, approximately 1,400 feet east of Highway 73. Is there somebody here to represent this
Yes.
item?
Let me say that.
Yes, Vincent Sotia Jr. on behalf of Florida Parish Bank, and is the property owner.
What's that?
I'm Vincent Sotia Jr. on behalf of Florida Parish Bank. They're the
Okay.
property owner.
Okay.
I guess I had a question for council. For it's labeled zoning review. Is this before the board based upon a decision that's already been made on an appeal, or is this the initial step of the board? Because I mean, Lance had sent a letter in January.
Right.
And-
The official made an interpretation. This is your appeal of that interpretation.
Okay, so this is the appeal of it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Tell us if y'all have found anything. I think last month we had talked
Yeah,
about
l-
requesting some additional documentation.
Last month, yeah, I requested documentation, and we're not providing any more documentation. You know, our position is clear from the testimony that we gave last time that the commercial use had continued. And, you know, our, I guess, legal position is that if we have Lance's correspondence stating that based upon his inspection of the site, that it had been abandoned for 180 days. And I believe it's clear that the burden would be on the parish to terminate the non-conforming use. We had the testimony of the witnesses prior to that they had continued use of it, and we feel that the burden hadn't been carried by the parish, that the use was terminated
Okay.
for that 180-day period.
Board have any questions?
I have none.
No,
No.
Thank you.
All right, gonna open it up for public hearing one more time. There's nobody else left in the audience. Closing public hearing. Do I hear a motion?
Well, I wasn't really convinced that the last time, and I'm going to stand by Mr. Lance Brock's assessment. I think that I've driven by this place several times myself, and I believe truly that it's been vacant for 180 days. So I'm going to uphold Mr. Lance Brock's scenario.
Okay, got a motion by Mr. Jim Cecil to uphold Lance's interpretation of the zoning for this piece of property.
I'll second that. I was also not convinced last month.
Okay, second by Mr. Bill Lee.
Hoping to see more evidence.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. All right, interpretation has been upheld. Do we have any new business?
No new business, Mr.
No new
Chairman.
business? All right. Please remember that we do still have 2 board positions left. If somebody would like to apply for a board position, please contact Lance Brock at 621-5700. Okay, to apply for a Board of Adjustments position, we still need 2 more people to apply for the position. And with that, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, motion by
Second.
Mr. Steve McGowan, second by Mr. Bill Lee. All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.